Well, back by popular demand, we are talking about stories and photos in presentations again. So if you missed it, I released a video of my unpopular opinion about presentations and stories and photos. And honestly, I was a little surprised by the response, but I guess a lot of people are trying to figure this out, so I am happy to help. In this video, I will cover the top 4.5 comments and questions I received following that first video. And if you missed the video, we'll include the link in the caption or the post or wherever so you can go back and watch it. So first, let's get very practical. I received several questions asking if I'm not putting a photo of the story on the screen, what should I put there instead? Do I put a slide that says story time? Great question, and no, do not put a slide that says story time. Instead, do this. Use a stock photo that is relevant to the story. I use the website Unsplash. They have great options that are free. If it's a story about something that happened during a game of golf, use a stock image of a golf course or a golf ball. You can do it really artsy. If it's a story about something that happened at the office, a stock photo of the outside of an office building or the hallways that are lined with cubicles would work. If you're telling a story about your kids at Halloween, listen carefully. Instead of inserting a photo of them all cute in their costumes, I know, they're super cute and you want everyone to see how cute they are, use a photo of a jack-o'-lantern candy bucket instead. You can go literal, like the jack-o'-lantern candy bucket. You can go more high level, like I once used a photo of a lighthouse when telling a story about a leader guiding her team. Additionally, your goal here is to keep the image, listen carefully, as generic as possible. It should feel generic, not ugly or dull. You'd be surprised. There's some really beautiful images of offices online, but it should not look like it's your photo, your office, your jack-o'-lantern bucket on your front stoop. In keeping it obviously generic, you're avoiding the mental tripwire booby trap that subconsciously says to the audience, this is not your story, this is the speaker's story. That is what we're trying to avoid. On theme, generic stock photos give the audience plenty of runway to co-create with you. And to answer a related comment I received, and that half of the promised 4.5 comments, but Kindra, I use the photo to remind myself to tell the story. Yes, smart. You don't want to forget to tell the story, so in this way, using a generic on-themed photo or image can serve as a reminder to you as well that this is where the story goes. Okay, on to the next comment. Actually, it wasn't comment, only one person had the guts to say it out loud in an email, but I'm pretty sure it crossed others' minds. But Kindra, people laugh when I show that photo. I don't want to give up that laugh. And I get it. It's hard to sacrifice a guaranteed laugh. Laughs feel good when you're on stage, like when we have our own little private laugh-o-meter in our heads, and we use that to judge whether or not we're doing a good job. It's an easy measurement, but it's not necessarily accurate. It's not measuring the right thing. The laugh doesn't change the fact that you violate the co-creative process by putting up a funny picture. The laugh at the photo doesn't change the fact that the story's lasting power just shrank by a huge margin. Yeah, you might get a laugh in the moment, and that might feel good in the moment, but you sacrifice the long-term impact your story was meant to have through that co-creative process. I remember watching Brendan Burchard give a presentation many years ago, and I remember he told a story about skydiving, and I'm pretty sure there was a powerful message in there somewhere, something I was supposed to take away and use in my own life. But all I can remember is a photo of his face all messed up while he was falling down to earth from skydiving. And I'm sure people laughed in the moment, and I'm also pretty sure that the point of the story was not how weird and wacky his face looked. But once I saw that image, that's the only thing my brain held on to. It's a tough call to make, I get it, but really ask yourself, which is more important? The short-term comfort of a laugh or the long-term gains of someone breathing in the story and becoming one with it so that it lasts a lifetime. And also, believing that that is the only way to get a laugh by showing a funny photo is a rookie move. The best presenters tell their stories, tell them so well, so descriptively, that not only is the audience rolling, they are laughing and co-creating, which often makes the whole thing even funnier. All right, next comment, and I loved this one, but Kindra, it's so annoying. What about the show don't tell rule? Yeah, I understand the confusion. So let's clear something up right now. This phrase, this common phrase, show don't tell, is for authors who are writing, not for speakers with PowerPoint slides. Show don't tell is what elementary school teachers say when they're teaching their elementary students to include more detail, more description, to draw the reader in and immerse them into the drama that's unfolding on the page, instead of just giving them and then this happened, and then play by play. Essentially, show don't tell is a phrase used to encourage the co-creative process between story writer and story reader. Putting a photo on a screen during a presentation is the exact opposite execution of how this phrase was intended. If you want to show don't tell on a stage while you're presenting, then ditch the image and use more details in the crafting and telling of the story, more emotions, and make your elementary school teachers proud. All right, last one. But Kindra, it's important that they see and feel what the experience was really like for me. Here's the thing. This isn't about you. When you're telling a story in a presentation, even if it is your story about an experience you had, it's not about you. Or at least it shouldn't be. All right? Telling a story in a presentation should always be about them, for them, an opportunity for the audience to travel through their own memories or experience, to sort out what they would feel, how they would respond in that situation. Yes, it happened to you, but the easiest way to help keep the story from being about you is to not include a photo of you. Yes, this might mean putting your ego aside. This might mean that they don't get to see photographic proof of you meeting the president or Taylor Swift or you at the top of the mountain you climbed or how great you look standing next to a private jet and all your dreams coming true. That's what Instagram is for. Leaving the photo out allows the audience to imagine themselves in those positions, or at least that hazy, dreamlike blend of both. Take a moment and ask yourself, for real, is this photo so important for them, not for you, or what they think about you, for them and the message you want them to remember? In moments like these, especially in a story, a photo is not worth 1,000 words. All right, those are my thoughts. Thanks for the questions. Keep them coming. I will have more story advice and strategies coming to your inbox soon. I can't wait to hear all the stories you'll tell.